if I was to create a post on Facebook, I could do it directly here. Make it in Facebook. I never do this ever. I only ever use Business Suite. That's my personal choice. I know other people prefer to do it in other ways. This is what I find works really easily for running a business account, because if you use Business Suite, now Business Suite will be there once you've got a page, you'll have access to Business Suite. It sort of used to be called publishing tools. You still see the term publishing tools out there somewhere, occasionally. Everything on Facebook is a slow process of rolling out the changes. So you'll see some accounts have certain things and others are different. Just be aware of that. So you might not see exactly what you can see here on your own page. So if I go into Business Suite, did that work? I don't think it did. I'll just go over here. It did work. It's just being slow. Okay. So this is a really useful little suite of tools. So anyway, my comment did arrive after all. And again, I won't really go through all of this here. I'll let you have a look at that yourselves, but you can manage your inboxes for Facebook and Instagram, which is nice, and comments and everything. You can actually sort of manage the accounts directly from here without having to go onto the platforms themselves that much, which is sort of quite useful. Posts and stories is the one that you'll use the most. I'll just mention here, there is an ads menu item there. I wouldn't use that generally. We'll instead use Ads Manager. So just bear with me with the ads. We'll just ignore that for now. If you go into posts and stories, you can create stories here as well, but I'll just look at the page posts for now. So here you can see what's been published. Here you can see what's scheduled. There's nothing scheduled there at the moment. And you can have drafts as well. You can also look at this little planner here, which is nice. And this will, once you've actually got some traffic going, it will start to suggest times that it says here, this week your Instagram followers are most active at this time, which is 9 a.m. apparently. Now this account, I think you remember you're getting international traffic sometimes as well. So it's not only Australians who might be looking at your pages. So you can schedule a post that way, or you can do it back over here. So anyway, I'll do it here. I'm going to say create post.
What's the difference between post and story?
A story will appear for 24 hours on Insta. It used to be just an Instagram thing. It's now a Facebook thing as well. They only appear for 24 hours and then they disappear. And usually you can scroll through them. So I think posts are probably more important on Facebook particularly. On Instagram, you might like to create some stories. They used to be that you could only do it on your phone. You've now got this tool here that you can actually do it within the Business Suite, which is useful, but it doesn't quite have as much creative options in there. But the stories tend to be used more by younger people as well, I think. And they're often videos, or they've got flashing lights and GIFs and all the rest of it. So that's the stories. You can save story highlights onto your Instagram page, which kind of act like little tabs along the top. Yeah, so it's something to look at, especially if you're marketing to a younger group. You might want to add stories into the mix as well. For older, more traditional audiences, perhaps that's not really as useful. If I say, I'll just continue with this post. So if I just tick this box, then I can post to Facebook and Instagram at the same time, which is so good, because I remember when it wasn't like this and it was much harder work. So yeah, okay, so I have an image here, which I prepared earlier. This is just a quote that relates to the product. It's a quote about family. You'll see it come up here. It's Marge Kennedy quote. So I'm not going to put a lot of text in here. I will just say, oops, put a comment on there. I mean, you can write long-winded captions in your posts if you want to. They don't always have to be very long. I like to use emojis. I think they give your posts a bit more appeal, but if that's not what you think is your brand, then that's okay. You don't have to use emojis. I know some people don't like them at all, and that's okay too. So if I put this text here, that text then applies to both Facebook and Instagram. But if I want to customize the text, I would do it in this middle column here. Now, I do like to customize because on Facebook, I might use a couple of hashtags, 3 or 4 perhaps. On Instagram, I want to use all 30 if I can, or assuming I can find 30 that are relevant, that is. Because on Instagram, using hashtags is a really good way to get further reach. People will actually follow hashtags and they will search for hashtags on Instagram. So that means they just type in hashtag, whatever. Hashtags have no spaces, remember. And they might come across your post through their feed. So on Instagram, you'll see, if you look through your feed on Instagram, you'll see people's posts that you follow, but you'll also see hashtags that you might follow. So that's where you get a bit more reach on Instagram. So here, what I'll do is I'll just go here. I'll add a couple of quotes, hashtags, sorry, not quotes. Okay, this is another relatively new tool that they've added to Business Suite, which is another reason why I think it's great. You can search for hashtags directly through here, and there are also third-party apps and websites that can help you with hashtags if you want to do hashtag research. But you can search for a quote. For example, I could put in Marge Kennedy, and you get Marge Kennedy quote, Marge Kennedy quotes. I can add them perhaps. But the other nice thing here is that you can, with your hashtag tool, you can save them, and that's really useful. So I've got a bunch of saved posts here for Bradley, for saved hashtags, sorry, and you can put in a lot of these. You can put in as many here as you want just by ticking the box. It's really useful. So what I will do though, I won't put that. I'm just going to leave this here. I'm going to say family love or something along those lines. I'm going to leave that like that there. I'm going to switch over here. I might just leave those 2 hashtags on Facebook. But if I switch over to Instagram, I'll then add all the rest of them and all the rest of them here that I've got saved that will hopefully, find that one person who's interested in this product and might actually make a purchase. So not the couples. Bradley has a couples intimacy game. This is a question cards, by the way. I don't think I actually mentioned what this was. They're games where you ask questions of each other which spark conversation. So it's called How Game Are You? We can put in family game night. Anyway, you can tick all these. I won't go through it right now, but you can go through, save your hashtags, tick the hashtags, add them all, and then you've got customized posts for Facebook and Instagram. Over here, you can schedule a post. It will give you some optimal times, which is nice. And I won't do it, but because I need to come back and fix this up. So I'm actually going to just save this as a draft instead. And then I can come back and fix that up. I don't want to spend too long doing that now because I'm aware that we need to move along. And then if I go over here, you can see that that's in drafts there. Once it's scheduled, it'll split into 2 separate posts and you can still go and edit them if you want to.
That was a video from my regular Monday night Q&A session with the members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. We are the fastest growing community of professional e-commerce sellers right here in Australia with sales of over $50 million. If you'd like to find out more about what we do and also come and join us, you can get yourself off to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au. The link for that is right in the description, and I will see you on the inside. Till next time, bye.